Hello, my name is Jorge Rodriguez. I was a teacher for 12 years at Elsa High School as a science teacher. To get to know me, you have to know me. Before I became a teacher, I was a board certified pedorthist. I worked with biomechanics and foot and ankle. While I did that, I learned to interact with doctors and nurses and physical therapists. Um, I learned what it takes to be successful. One of the biggest things I learned was how to market. And in my teaching, actually, marketing became very important to me because the classes I established actually required a lot of marketing. I didn't have classes where people were signed up to my class by the counselors. I had to go recruit my students. I had classes that began with 12 students in the past when someone else had them, and I ended up having 130 students in my classes. So that was a really important thing for me. Um, as far as relationship building, when a class begins at the beginning of the school year, I always took an inventory card of my students' needs, of what they've done, what they're afraid of, what they like, what are their goals. So I'm always trying to learn something from my students. And during the school year, I would pull these cards out and talk to the students about how they are accomplishing their goals now. What do they need help to continue on going into the next step? One of the things that I know about my students is you have to be there for them. You can't just tell them, I love you or I care about you. You actually have to be there for them. So my wife and I, we actually went to football games, we went to proms, we took pictures, we developed the pictures, and we gave them to students and no cost to them because we know all these kids didn't have the resources to have pictures on their own. Um, as far as effective teaching, you know you're an effective teacher when students talk about your class. They talk to their classmates, they talk to other students in the school, they talk to their counselor, they talk to other teachers. The teachers ask you, what's going on? How are these students working so hard for you, but they're not working for me? That's when you know you become an effective teacher. Um, the students share their life goals, they share their dreams, the students are organized, and again, there's a lot of teacher talk. What a positive classroom looks like is a positive classroom is one where the students are very comfortable. It's a very noisy class because the students are comfortable in what they're doing. They share within the group, they share within the classroom, they share to other students that are not even in the classroom. Again, they share with their teachers. Part of it also involves they learn self-respect, respect towards others, respect towards the classroom, and respect to themselves. They're very proud of the class. So a trust is established between the student and the teacher. Without that trust and without them knowing that you care about them, you won't be able to teach them anything. I have to know that I have reached them. And actually, I will actually learn about who they are before I actually even learn their names many times. I'll know what things about them. In my engineering class, one of the things I actually enjoyed teaching the class, I always began by telling the students, it doesn't matter if you make a mistake or not, I want you to make a mistake because that's the only way you're going to learn, by making mistakes. As far as being in a high campus, a campus of high needs, I actually prefer that. There's a lot of passion. Students are very grateful to you. I want to be that role model for them. I personally came from Mexico myself. I started the 8th grade here, and I have become successful in my life. Um, so that is part of. I do want to work in a high needs campus. Okay. Um, as far as flexibility to adjust for circumstances that are happening in the that we have no control over sometimes. In my classes that I had, my engineering class, my forensic science class, sometimes I had $0 for budget for the whole school year. I had to improvise, and all my classes are actually lab based. So sometimes I just got recycled paper, sometimes I got spaghetti strands. I always found some way of creating a lab to keep the class interesting. Um, oh no, shit, he's talking already. So anyway, so my wife and I, we're very invested in helping out the students, and we are always wanting to help out. When the Hurricane Harvey hit us, that was a big impact on us, and the students never knew I had a problem. I told them I got impacted by the hurricane, but they never knew that actually happened.
Mr. Love you. Sir Rodriguez is the best teacher that I've ever had, and so is Brett.